Shalom to the elect of Yah, SHAR, AHLA. Started with the 144,000 elect men, 12,000 from each tribe, which consists of these so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, Latinos, so-called Native American Indians, Seminole Indians, and you Israelite foreigners, Hebrew Israelites, who are scattered among all nations, looking like the other nations, and speaking their tongues. Shalom to all of you. Before we get started with this lesson, let's face the east and give the much due all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QaDash Halalyam La, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QaDash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone, and much due respect to you sincere Akim who are laboring in the works. Shalom to you believers, to the Akim wa, which will be you brothers, and few amount of sincere sisters who do subscribe to this truth, listening and learning in silence as the scriptures say so. I'm your brother Manazar Gabar, representing warriors for YAHAWASHI, Pasadena, Texas branch. Lord willing, this lesson be edifying, playing upon the tables, a dire warning to you Israelite women that's still prideful, treating the Israelite men like shit, and exhorting and uplifting to the brothers, to the Israelite men that's trying to serve the Lord. All right, so I got two videos I want to play.
Sexual harassment.
My bad. Okay.
A man's flirt, depending on how he looks and presents, is another man's sexual harassment.
Yes.
And we are not doing a good job as women being able to explain why it's sexual harassment versus being an attractive opportunity. Men are frustrated. Men are not understanding what is the difference and why am I a threat if I'm being kind to you. So because of your behavior, women, I am now going to pull back my finances and resources. I'm now going to reduce my presence. I'm going to reduce my intentions, my efforts, because I don't want what my intentions are in terms of creating connection with you to be misconstrued as sexual harassment because you don't like how I look. I'm not your type. One man's flirt, depending on how he looks and presents, is another man's sexual harassment.
Yes.
And we are not doing a good job as women being able to explain why it's sexual harassment versus being an attractive opportunity. Men are frustrated. Men are not understanding what is the difference and why am I a threat if I'm being kind to you. So because of your behavior, women, I am now going to pull back my finances and resources. I'm now going to reduce my presence. I'm going to reduce my intentions, my efforts, because I don't want what my intentions are in terms of creating connection with you to be misconstrued as sexual harassment because you don't like how I look. I'm not your type. One man's
All right, so I'm gonna play the next clip.
I already knew I had him because there was simply no competition out there for me. But let's just look at it objectively. You had this average black American guy who now was able to choose between what he was dealing with before and somebody completely new. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped into that man's life, he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity because I was not loud. I was not screaming. I was not trying to, be louder than him. I didn't interrupt him because that's not something that I learned from home. If somebody would speak, and especially a man, you would let that man speak and then you would listen and then say whatever you have to say, right? So I was clean. I cooked. He didn't know what it was when a woman is actually in the room asking him, like, do you want something to drink? Before I got myself something to drink. do you want something to eat? Before I started to eat my food, I would ask him, do you want to have a bite? I would come out of nowhere and just have a fruit bowl and just offer him some fruit. He didn't know none of this. So my husband, back then boyfriend, really thought this was a dream come true. He didn't know how to deal with none of this because all this me coming through, just being nurturing by nature, his peoples and his family didn't even do that for him. You know, like the family, there is no family unit. The average family, especially Black American family, has barely a family unit. You know, there is no breakfast, lunch, and dinner at set times. And these are things that I introduced my husband to with my family. Can you imagine that impact that I had on him back then? So gentlemen, do not be afraid of traveling. There are so many more women out there who are willing to take care of you. It doesn't matter if they're young, it doesn't matter if they're older. They are willing to take care of you, willing to work with you, willing to be a part of your life. You don't have to deal with whatever you are dealing with back in your hometown, because unfortunately a lot of American women are lost in the delusional world that they are living in, and they don't even understand that they are going to be lonely for a long time, if not for the rest of their life. They say by choice, but I don't believe them.
Let me rewind that part towards the ending.
That they are living in, lost and back in your hometown, because unfortunately a lot of American women are lost in the delusional world that they are living in, and they don't even understand that they are going to be lonely for a long time, if not for the rest of their life. They say by choice, but I don't believe them.
All right. So you women out there, pretending you're Israelite women, you sure you want to continue ignorantly proclaiming you're strong, single, independent, you don't need a man of the Lord, YAHAWAHSHI. You don't want a righteous man because he's boring, he's lame, he's a square, he's too controlling, you're single by choice, right? Alright, okay. Alright. What's that? Every idle word. Let me get that right quick. Every idle word. So this is the book of Matthew. I'm just lucky. Let me. You know, Esau always trying to promote some shit on everything, websites, YouTube. Anywho, the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 36 and 37 in the King James Version. Verse 36, but I say unto you that every idle word that men, even you women, every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. 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 The adjective. Definition number 1. Sentence to a particular punishment, especially death. So for an example, you women out there that's saying foolish things like this, or you're single by choice, what this woman was saying here,
are going to be lonely for a long time, if not for the rest of their life. They say by choice, but I don't believe them.
Okay. When all hell break loose, you can do bad all by yourself, right? You're strong, you're independent, you don't need no man. You got it all figured out. Okay, mamita, when society collapsed, first responders is a thing of the past. Ain't no one coming to the gathering of your aid, your assistance. You out there alone. Well, shit. Live up to that foolish motto, right? I can do bad all by myself. Niggas ain't shit. I don't need a man. All right, okay. Let's see the other version. I think it's the NLT or G&T. Let me double check. Hold on. Let's see. So the Good News Translation, it goes into, you can be sure that on the judgment day, you will have to give account of every useless word you have ever spoken. I don't need no man. I don't want a man of the Lord. He's square. He's too righteous. And whatever other bullshit they be saying about us, man. Right? You can be sure that on the judgment day, you will have to give account of every useless word you have spoken. Shalom, Akim, YAHAWAHSHI, back then. I'm going to wait until, all hell break loose and the Lord can send me a man. Okay. But then again, you got this brother that's not too far from you, diligently pushing the word. I'm just saying. You can shoot a shot, Aqua. He's down the street from you. He's not far from you. But anywho, verse 37. Your words will be used to judge you, to declare you either innocent or guilty. Like they say, be careful what you say, man. Words have power. It can either save you or lead you to your demise, to death, destruction, man. All right. So let's see. While this lesson is going to be a warning to Israelite women behaving like that, you don't need a man and shit like that. I hope this lesson can be exhorting and uplifting to, brothers in the spirit that, you are precious, brother. You're precious, man, to YAHAWASHI. You're precious, man. You're the prize. You're precious. You are YAPAH. You're beautiful in the spirit overall. A beautiful creation. Fuck what feminism said. These stupid ass hoes be saying, man, nah, man, you're precious, man. The Lord admires you, man. All right, we're just under the curses right now. We're having to bear the indignation of YAHAWASHI because we went against him. All right. But he's chastising us to rebuild us. I think it's 6 through 7, if I'm not mistaken. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6 and 7 in the KJV. I have said, right, the God in the Bible, the Messiah in the Bible, our Lord, the true power that exists, YAHAWAH YAHAWASHI, right? I have said, ye are gods, right? Strong's H, 430. Halalyam, right? Halalyam, right? Powers, gods with a lowercase g. Right, and I want to get straight to the point. Let's see. You get rulers. So the so-called black man, the so-called Hispanic man, the so-called Native American Indian man, right? Starting with the elect, are gods, Halalyam. They're rulers, judges, divine ones, angels. In the flesh right now. We in the flesh right now. Gods, Halalyam, lowercase g. Godlike one down here. Right? Now down here, right? I'm trying to highlight that part, Salakia. Okay. Works or special possessions of the Most High, YAHAWASHI. So the Israelite men, right? The elect men from the 12 tribes chart, who also going to be looking like they're going to have the appearance of the men of other nations. Nation number 2, all the way down to number 18. That's of the elect, right? You are works and special possessions of YAHAWASHI. There's no greater value than the sons of the Most High, YAHAWASHI. right? Lord YAHAWASHI, King David, and the men that represents the house of David, right? These Ray Rays and Pookies, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, and etc. Man, these are not high valuable men. Jay Waller, these dudes that may seem wise in this world, the celebrities in this world that women are just so googly and bobbleheads for, man. They're lame, man. They're the nobodies, man. These drug dealers, these thugs, man, they ain't nobody, man. And they gonna see that when all hell break loose. All right. So keep that in mind, Akim. In a humble aspect. You are the true high Bible man. All right. I have said ye are gods, right? Halalyam, right? Your rulers, judges, divine ones, angels, works, and special possessions of YAHAWASHI. And all of you are children, meaning sons, of the Most High, YAHAWASHI. Okay. Verse 7. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Right? The breakdown for verse 7, when it says, shall die like men. This started when Adam listened to Eve and learned the knowledge of wickedness. That's the apple that, Eve bitten, that she took from the, back then, in the Garden of Eden, right? It was a philosophy, the knowledge, the doctrine, right, of wickedness, which leads to death. So feminism, for an example, that's a doctrine of death, man. All right? That's a doctrine that goes against the doctrine of YAHAWASHI, the instructions for women, for an example, the Israelite woman. Romans chapter 6, verse 23, whereas he was supposed to live forever. All right, so yeah, let's get this in the NIV. It actually says sons of the Most High. Keep that in mind, my brothers. All right, yes, this society did a lot of damage to us Israelite men, but that's why the Lord YAHAWASHI set up the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone, the bishops, the elder brothers, and on down to what? Teach us, all right, to remind us, to bring it to mind again, all right, who we are, where we come from, all right. I don't know why it's not letting me. It's been doing that lately too with Bible Gateway. It's not letting me get the other versions. Okay, cool. It is what it is. I just type it in here. Psalms 82, verse 6 to 7, NIV. All right, so this is the New International Version. I said, you are gods. You are all sons of the Most High, Yahawah, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. But you will die like mere mortals. You will fall like every other ruler. So we're under that curse right now, right? We're under many curses, and one of those curses, what is death, right? We die. We're under the chains of darkness, all right? Because it goes all the way back to Eve, causing Adam to err in the wicked philosophies, man. All right. But the point I want to get is that, we are sons of the Most High, man. There's no men that's higher than that. All right. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what Cardi B says, what Hollywood says, what these wicked so-called women says, feminism say. I don't care, man. What the so-called white man says, the heathen says, the other heathen nation, no. The Israelite men that's of the elect, trying to serve YAHAWASHI in the best of their ability, are the true high Bible men. Okay. Let's get Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12 in the KJV. I will make a man more precious than fine gold. even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. The average woman here in America loves America. They put America over the Israelite men. All right, the resources they have to offer to these women, the programs, the system, the goodies, right? The Lord's gonna make his men, his sons, more precious than this whack ass country, man. All right. When it says I will make a man more precious, right? Precious. Strong's H3365. YAHWAH. All right. To esteem, be prized, be valuable, be precious, be costly, be a phrase. Right? So let's go into this word esteem. Esteem, respect, and admiration typically for a person. So out of all the Israelite men that's here in America, the Israelite man that's not esteemed right now, respected, admired, strongly desired, is the Israelite men that's trying to sincerely serve the Lord YAHAWAHSHI and give you Israelites a warning of what's coming to you, stupid ass men. We sincerely care about y'all. We trying to warn y'all what's coming to pass. You want to scoff, you want to mock, you want to talk shit, make stupid ass videos of apparently how we teach on highways and byways. You women calls us all kinds of fucked up names. We're squares, we're not good enough. We're this, we're that. Bunch of bullshit, man. Right? The nobodies in this society, the crazies in this society. Right? These are the men who the Lord's going to make more precious than fine gold. These men are going to be respected and admired. Especially you Israelite women are going to deeply desire and respect and admire the men of the Lord when they get risen up with the spiritual powers, is manifested, is clear as daylight that there's a higher power that's truly dealing with just a particular amount of Israelite men, not just any man, not every Israelite man, just a remnant, a particular number of men. These men are eating, these men are being guided, they're being protected, they're being nourished, provided, they got spiritual powers, they're not afraid, they're bold, they're confident when all hell's breaking loose. All right? They know how to maneuver through the valley of the shadow of death, aka America, while all these so-called men that you so-called women are lusting over, all right, are going to be the same one that's going to be folding up, behaving just like you, like a woman, afraid. All right. So yeah, I will make a man more precious than fine gold. Gold is already rare to come across of, right? These Israelite men who the Lord is going to make more precious than fine gold are not 1 in a million. No, even more precious than that. These Israelite men are 1 in a lifetime. If you don't become a wife or one of the wives of one of the elect men in this lifetime, then you're going to get one in the kingdom of heaven. All right? This is a one-shot thing. If you don't get one on this side, the Lord push your ass to death. All right? And then you're going to get one in the kingdom of heaven when you're reincarnated as, in your right mind, as an Israelite woman in your right mind. All right? Yeah, once in a lifetime, more precious than fine gold, more precious than this whack-ass country, America, man. Let's see, Isaiah 32:2. The book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 2, KJV. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind. That same man who the Lord is going to make more precious than fine gold. Right? The Israelite men that's currently not esteemed, not respected, not admired. Our women don't respect us, man. They don't admire us, man. All right? They don't have a strong desire or craving for us, man. All right? They watching us suffering, you know, behind closed doors, man. They watching us suffering instead of trying to be a pillar of rest, trying to help a brother out. All right? But anywho, man, are going to be a hiding place, right? A safe haven, refuge, right? From the wind and a cover from the tempest, as rivers of water in the dry place, as a shadow of a great rock, where we land. So these men are going to be very precious. They're going to be your protector, your protection, your safe haven, your refuge. You're going to be able to eat, right? Partake in the resources that this man has, right? The safe haven, the protection, spiritual divine miracles, and like a spiritual shield, right? Guidance, great abundance during the famine, being protected from the pestilences, being kept from the hour of temptation, being delivered from the lake of fire, and the list goes on. These men, right? The same men who apparently wear a bunch of squares. We're too spiritual. We're too much of a man of a God. And all this fucking nonsense out there, man. And the man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a cover from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a woody land. All right. You notice how this woman here said how she mentioned how, like, men today are not pursuing women anymore. They're holding back their resources. They're not sharing it. They ain't trying to approach women. They ain't giving you the time of day or nothing, man. Look, no. Check this out, man.
Are not.
You women here in America, you Israelite women, are doing a horrible job, man.
Man's flirt, depending on how he looks and presents, is another man's sexual harassment.
Yes, yes.
And we are not doing a good job as women being able to explain why it's sexual harassment versus being an attractive opportunity. Men are frustrated. Men are not understanding what is the difference and why am I a threat if I'm being kind to you. So because of your behavior, women, I am now going to pull back my finances and resources. I'm now going to reduce my presence. I'm going to reduce my intentions, my efforts, because I don't want what my intentions are in terms of creating connection with you to be misconstrued as sexual harassment because you don't like how I look. I'm not your type. One man's flirt, depending on how he looks and presents.
All right. So now let's get Second Esdras, 16:33. Oh, my bad. I put dash and then 6. 1:6, 16, 33 and 34. The book of Second Esdras, chapter 16, verse 33 and 34 in the KJV Apocrypha. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. Right, so these young women, 18-year-old, 19-year-olds, early 20s, I guess you can say, are going to mourn not having, a husband, right? A lot of women are going to experience widowhoods. They're going to become widows, right? Their husband is going to be put to death because he's not serving the Lord YAHAWASHI, right? He's wicked in the eyes of our power. For an example, when the draft for World War III is now manifested in real time, and he gets drafted, mamita, he ain't never coming back. I'm going to keep it G with you. Through the Spirit, speaking humbly, he ain't coming back. He ain't coming back from overseas. All right. The women shall mourn having no husbands, because the Lord is going to decimate the male population here in America real soon. He's going to kill off, destroy a large percentage of. Okay. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers, because the Lord is going to kill a lot of these women fathers, their uncles, men in their lives, just their aunts, just killing, destroying, because he's angry, man. He's pissed off. All right. The virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. So a lot of women are going to be mourning because, there's not a lot of men out here. It's going to be hard to find an elect men, right? And just your average dudes out here, the average man is not going to want to deal with a woman in a time of war, man. Especially an American woman. An Israelite woman that's, westernized. Israelite men ain't going to want to deal with you, man. You're going to be a burden. All right? We're going to get this in a Good News Translation too, little brother. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed. World War III, Civil War, sedition among men, and etc., right? And their husbands shall perish of famine, of starvation. All right? Let's get this in a Good News Translation. Second Esdras, chapter 16, 33 to 34, Good News Translation. All right. So this is the Good News Translation right here. I'm going to read it from here. All right. It says, young women will be in mourning because there is no one to marry them. Young women will be in mourning because there is no one to marry them. Because the Lord is going to kill a lot of men, a lot of Israelite men that was born in vain. And with whatever men that's still left out here, which is going to be the elect men, the remnant, right? Are not just going to just accept just any woman into his life. Not just going to just accept any woman and just bring a bad name onto our power and that man, the Israelite man too. All right? Nah, man. Even, these crazy, evil men out here that's still going to be alive out here are not going to want to deal with you women, man. Young women will be in mourning because there is no one to marry them. Wives will be in mourning because they have lost their husbands. Daughters will be in mourning because there is no one to help them. All the young men will be killed in war, and all the married men will die in the famine. All right? This is what's coming in the near future to a lot of you westernized Israelite women. I don't need no man. Fuck niggas. I can do bad by myself. Whatever other folly that they be saying, man, towards us, towards us Israelite men. Let's see. Isaiah 4:1. God damn. Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1 KJV. And in that day, what day? Jacob's trouble. All hell breaking loose. Societal collapse. Economic collapse. All right. When reality finally kicks in. Prophecies, right? Kicks in, I guess you could say. Jacob's trouble. The day of accountability. And in that day, 7 women, a complete number of multiple women, shall take hold of one man. That one man who the Lord is going to make, right, more precious than fine gold, who's going to be as a hiding place. Saying, right, that's the elect men. We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And this will happen before the kingdom. Right? Women are going to be in this estate because they're going to be afraid. They're going to be desperately seeking for protection, a protector, right? Guidance, a husband, and not just any Israelite man, a man of YAHAWAHSHI. When you go into reproach, Strong's H 2781. YAHAWAH. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. When you go to the outline, let's go down here, right? Reproach, resting upon condition of shame and disgrace. Because what? They don't have no husband. They don't have no kids. They don't got nothing to bring to the table. They feel useless. They was lied to. Feminists was bullshit. America taught you a bunch of lies, and etc. Scorn, right? We go into this word scorn. Not the video game. All right, scorn. The feeling or belief that someone or something is worthless or despicable. All right. So this is what the condition that a lot of women, Israelite women, are going to be resting upon down real soon. All right. Let's get that one more version. We'll close out a little while. Isaiah 4:1, the message. So this is the message version for Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. That will be the day when 7 women will gang up on one man, right? Ganging up on one Israelite man, that's of the Lord, right? For protection, salvation, right? Saying we'll take care of ourselves, get our own food and clothes. Just give us a child. Just give us a child. Make us pregnant so we'll have something to live for. Salakia, but I say I'm going to get one more, but let me get another one. My bad. 1 Timothy 2:15. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. You Israelite women is going to have to become wives of an Israelite man, of YAHAWASHI, play your lot, right? Be a pillar of rest, be a Proverbs 31 woman, right? Just be in order, be a help me, a pillar of rest, be his counterpart, help each other out, right? Help him to serve the Lord. Know your place, stay in your lane, bear his children, let him impregnate you so he can rebuild the nation. All right, with you part of that, building too. All right. So Lord willing, the lesson was edifying, playing upon the tables, exhorting to the brothers out there, a reminder, hey, you are the prize, you are precious, you are beautiful, you are YAPA. You are the true prize. The Israelite man that is serving Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI in spirit and truth, with fear and trembling, just trying your best. All right. And you Israelite women out there that don't want to get in order, you look down on us, you think we're just some peasant, right? You talk shit about us. Your days are fucking numbered. Seriously, your days are fucking numbered. All right. The Lord doesn't take lightly on how his servants, his prophets, his believers, right? His sons are being fucking treated by this world, especially you Israelite women. Your days are numbered. You better repent. Seriously. All right. So let's close out by giving a much due all phrases, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QaDash. Double honor to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone. Much due respect to you, sincere Akim, who are laboring in the works. Shalom to you believers, to the Akim wa Akwat, which will be you brothers, and few amount of sincere sisters who do subscribe to this truth. listening and learning in silence as the scriptures say so. Shalom.